Hey guys, welcome back to another live stream with your boy Luis, and I have my co-host with me.
What's up, guys? Chris here. Good
Yes,
afternoon, good morning.
good morning, good afternoon. We are about to have a fun day. Chris, tell them what. Well, first before we go into it, right? Before we get into our main discussion, let's tell them what they could do right now.
Uh, what you could do right now is like and subscribe,
Come on now, preach it.
and comment.
Comment.
Let us know how we're doing.
Let us
Join
know.
the fun.
Join in the fun.
us on our nerdy
Nerdy adventure.
excursions, I would say. But yes, please like and subscribe, hit notifications, and share.
And share.
You know,
Share.
we're trying to
Sharing
grow.
is caring.
Sharing is caring. Share with your grandmother. Share with your sisters. Share with your brothers. Share with your family.
Share with your family.
You know?
This is a family event, guys, and
Yes.
we hope that you guys are in it for the ride. You know, but
It's a fun ride.
it's a fun ride. It's fun, all right. I don't know what to say to that, but hey, guys, we're so happy that you're with us today. I hope you guys are enjoying this morning. But we're about to get into something that basically started this whole entire channel.
Yes,
Kind of
it did.
started this journey, and that is New York Comic Con. And for those of you that may not know, me and Chris actually went to New York Comic Con in 2019.
Yes,
Right?
2019.
19? Yeah.
2019.
Yeah,
That was
20.
my first Comic Con.
That was Chris's first time.
That was my first time.
That was my first time with Chris. It was him, myself, and this other coworker of ours, who left his costume that still haunts the Javits Center to this day. Definitely
That was a good one.
and it's still there. It's still under
there.
those bleachers or stairs.
Yes, it was under the stairwell. Yes.
Yeah, and it still haunts to this day.
Yes.
But man, we are so excited to show you guys some tips and tricks that you need to know when you go to New York Comic Con this year. If you guys are wondering about what's going on with the music, this is a non-copyrighted music from Twitch that has been provided for us, so you guys can also enjoy this chill conversation. So thank you, Twitch, for allowing us.
Fun. We're here to have fun today, man.
Yeah, so make sure you grab your coffee, your tea, or whatever drink you prefer, and join in this
5 o'clock
conversation.
somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere, so I think Chris is about to start. Hey, but let's get right into it. So Chris, tell us our first trick that we need to know when going to New York Comic Con.
The first trick is you have to plan yourself out accordingly. There's a lot to do. You're not going to see everything in one day. So this is a multiple adventure.
Oh yeah.
If you could go more than one day, it'll be less stress on you, because if it's your first time at Comic-Con, your first experience will be overwhelming.
Yeah.
I was overwhelmed when we went, but overwhelmed in a good way.
For sure.
But as the years went on, I mean, this is our fourth one.
Yes.
Well,
Well.
technically speaking, it's a sad time because
Yeah.
I'm going in by myself because Luis, he unfortunately couldn't make it this year.
I just didn't want to go with Chris, guys. I just didn't.
Yeah, I didn't. That's what happens when you don't shower. People don't like going with you anywhere.
Whoa! Make sure you shower, guys. I don't know. That shouldn't be a tip, but please shower. It's definitely something that you definitely should do. No, unfortunately, this year.
Luis will be missed this year because we kind of split the duties of the videos and stuff like that. So I'm taking a lot on. I'm gonna try to do my best from my point of view. And also for me, I'm not there all 4 days. I'm only there for 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm missing the most important day, I would say, of the con is the Saturday. I will not be there. That ticket actually sold out very fast. So, tip: if you want to go on Saturday, you have to make that your priority to get the tickets for Saturday.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and usually Saturday is the cosplay day, pretty much.
Right. So if you're big into cosplay, if you're big into seeing people dress up, Saturday is that day. Usually they come around noon, and that's because a lot of people who show up for cosplay, they are preparing that whole entire morning. That is not just okay. Let me put on a shirt. It's literally costumes.
Yes,
these are
like full blown, like
full blown
interactive costumes and some of them are amazing.
Yeah.
Some of them are truly amazing. Like I remember a few years back, Thanos. There was a huge Thanos there.
Yeah, that was dope.
Cool. The best one that I still remember, and it was awesome, was there was a guy dressed up as an arcade.
And it worked. It worked.
It was a Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. It was a Street Fighter.
It was Street Fighter because
Street
it was
Fighter arcade, and he actually got 2 other cosplayers that were dressed like characters to play the game as the characters they were. It was phenomenal. It was good. So I do recommend. That'll be one of the videos that we're going to share, or I'm going to try to share. I'm going to actually set some time, go down where the cosplayers are, and just film interaction in that area.
For sure.
So stay tuned. It's going to be fun.
Yeah, so just to give you guys a little bit of what's to come when it comes to New York Comic Con, Chris will do his best and do a lot of the floor plans. So he'll be going into a different booths and kind of showing what they are providing during that New York Comic Con. Also, he will be looking at cosplay because that is one of the hugest things about New York Comic Con, and that's one of the things that we love is seeing people be who they are and dressing up in their favorite character, you know. And everybody's doing it. One year we did Ghostbusters.
Right there.
It's right there. We're planning in the future of one year to be dressed up as Mandalorian in our signature colors of red and blue. But
Sky Guy
Mandalore. But yeah, and then I think he's also going to be doing I think just vlogging in period. Not sure if you're going to be meeting up with Seth or Liam, but other friends that we know are going to New York Comic Con. Yes. So I think Chris is planning to do something there, but you just gotta watch out.
We do have a question in the chat here. Harmony Apparel said, "What time should someone arrive to NYCC?"
That's a great question. That is one of the tips that we will provide for you guys.
I'll let Luis get into that tip, but there's a tip inside of a tip.
Tip inside of a tip.
Yeah.
Okay, well it depends, right? if you're crazy and are going to New York Comic Con for collecting, you should be there early, very early. I think sometimes we get there around like 6 or 7, actually 7, and to get in the line for the pre-line.
So it's the pre-line which starts early, which is outside.
Which is outside,
and then we go on the actual line that starts at 8.
Right.
And we're on that line till 10 o'clock. The show does not open until 10.
Yeah.
Unless you're a VIP.
Right. Well, you don't have to worry about it.
That you don't have to worry about it, which we'll talk about that a little bit later on that. But a tip inside of a tip: make sure that when you're leaving, you have all your tickets with you before you leave.
Man, I ain't never done that in my life. You know what I'm saying?
But I gave it to Luis. The one year he forgot the tickets, we had to go all the way back to his house, but we still made it in time to the time when you're normally, make it, which was phenomenal.
Yes. And luckily it was Sunday, so it was not Saturday. It was not Thursday. I would have cried myself to bed. But yeah, so if you're trying to plan out your time, it depends on if you're collecting. If you're going for an exclusive, you definitely want to be there early. You want to make it to the pre-line, and
are you a runner or are you a walker?
Yeah, if you're walking, you either. Yeah. If you're walking, you're showing up at 6. Okay. if you're a runner, you're showing up at 7. Okay. Chris this year will be showing up at 6.
Yes. I'm gonna be honestly, I'm surprised there's not that many exclusives dropped this year, which I'm like the only one that piques my interest, and I like the movie, is Scream. Super 7 is having exclusive with the Scream character, which is just exclusive for the show, which is something I'm intrigued, but I know they'll have some. I really do.
Well, I mean, they have comic books. They have comic books already. They have like East Side Comics have already launched their exclusives for that year or for this year. But yeah, like again, what time should you? Funkos every time.
They already had their so Funko. You actually have to.
You have to pre-register that. Yeah.
Pre-register that, so you have it, so you don't cut in line like Luis did.
I've never done that, but yeah. I don't know why Chris is lying on the. I don't know why Chris is lying on the channel.
So many things that you did.
Man, I learned the hard way, guys. Okay, and I'm sharing this so you don't have to do that this year. But yeah, so what time should you arrive? I mean, if you're collecting, show up at 7. If you're just there just to walk around, enjoy, you can show up when the door opens, which is around like 10, because the rush will already be already in.
And I experienced that last year when I went on Sunday with the family. Like this year. Sunday I am going with my family. We're probably going to get there when the doors open.
Yeah.
Last year we went right in. We didn't have to wait for nobody. It was actually a smooth entrance.
Yeah.
We actually instead of going into the main doors like we normally do, we went off to the side and came in from the basement.
Yeah.
Which was kind of cool. There's different entrances for wherever you're coming from. There's parking garages. If you like mass transit, which I take a train from where I live. Go straight to Madison Square Garden, and I believe I walk 3 or 4 blocks, and then you're at the Javits Center. So
yeah, but that's a great question. Thank you for asking. Yes. Definitely show up at 7 if you decide to go get an exclusives, because they do go fast. So
yeah, they're limited for the day. Usually they last all the days, but they are limited.
Yeah, but if you only have a 1-day ticket, you definitely want to be there early. Yes. Because you want to get your exclusive. But if you have multiple days, plan them out. Show up at the door. You have time. Trust me, you will have time. You will not miss out. But Chris, what are some other tips or tricks?
So the next thing is you have to plan out if you want to go to any panels.
Yeah.
So panels, that's something that you have to map out too, because they are in a different area.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure that you're in this area. So now, the cool thing with the panels are, from the first time when we went, the panels used to be in the main building.
For sure. And then that's because the other building was in reconstruction.
There was another building. So they actually have a dedicated building for all these panels.
Yeah.
But they still have 2 huge stages. One's called the main stage, and the other one's called the Empire stage.
The Great Empire.
So the main stage is in the main building near the food court.
Yeah.
That's down by the food court. The Empire stage is actually in the new building, which is pretty cool. Because me and Luis actually, and this is also what you have to consider, they don't tell you. Things just happen.
They just go.
So 2020. We were there, and we went to the Ghostbusters.
No, 2021.
2021, sorry. Yeah, 2020. There was a blip.
Yeah, it was a blip.
2021, we went and we went to the Ghostbusters Afterlife.
Yeah.
Panel, and it was very cool. You had
it was great.
Pretty much the main cast and the director.
Minus Paul Rudd.
Minus Bill Murray. Minus the main original characters. There was new characters. With the director, Jason Reitman. Ivan Reitman was there too. God rest in peace. He passed away 4 months later after we watched, saw this. At the end of the panel, because this was a panel that was late. Not late in the evening, but it was
like 7:30, 8.
7:30. It was late, so they gave the privilege of showing the movie before it hit movie theaters, and it was hitting movie theaters 2 months after. Which we got to see Ghostbusters Afterlife before anybody. Oops.
Oh! Look at that! Look at it. He broke his mic.
Talking with my hands. I'm Italian.
Forget about it. You think you're better than me?
So they showed him, and it was awesome. Me and Luis were very excited. If Luis remembers, I called it. I said, I have a feeling we're going to be seeing the movie, because how packed the Empire stage was, and also how late it was. So I had that feeling. So it's something that you guys, if there's something that you like that you want to see,
yeah,
and there's panels for everybody. There's anime.
Oh yeah, anime. There's meatups,
everything.
comic books. I mean, you name it. I mean, they have one for the two main guests, which is Edward McGregor and Chris Evans.
Edward McGregor, I'm gonna be there. Obi-Wan, I'm gonna see him. I'm already registered.
So the tip is make sure you plan ahead. Right? You plan ahead. Make sure you give yourself that time needed to arrive at those panels. You want to be there at least 30 minutes before because people do line up. And if you didn't, don't forget. So these things are, I think Chris is trying to show you his, I don't know.
This is the app. That's
the app. Yeah.
This is the app. So this is going to be your friend.
That is your friend
for the whole
thing.
You're at Comic-Con.
The app is free. It's it's just New York Comic-Con. Download it. It's going to show you.
It updates every year to whatever the Comic-Con is for the year.
Yep.
There you can select your panels, and it keeps it in the schedule.
Right.
And it'll remind you. I think I have it set for 15 minutes, or no, I have it set for 30 minutes reminder before the panel is going to start.
Yeah.
Because compared to last year, only the panels that were at the main stage and Empire stage were the ones that you could
reserve.
All the other ones you can't, so you actually have to get in line.
Right, and it's first come, first serve.
Yes. So
yeah,
you actually have to give yourself, especially if you're all the way on the floor, the main floor.
Right.
And you have to go to the tower where the most of the panels are. You have to give yourself time.
Right.
Especially depending on what time of day it is, there are a lot of people.
There is a lot of people, and also you want to give yourself time because sometimes the Empire stage is in the 4th floor, so you're gonna have to go up to the 4th floor. It's not like it's not like, okay, you just go to the next building and boom, there you're it. No, like you have to go to the next building, take the escalators and go all the way up, and then find the room and wait in line, and then they'll scan your badge. So make sure you always keep your badge. Screenshot any emails that are important that kind of tells you that you have the reservation, because look, the workers are doing the best that they can. Please don't be mean to them, okay? They don't know everything. They're just there to assist and run things smoothly. So if sometimes the machine's not working, and just be like, hey, like I did register before this. Here's the email confirming this. And then they're most likely, if you have proof, they will let you in. So please don't be a jerk. Don't be that person.
Well, what I saw last time was that when we registered for the panels, so people have priority getting into the room. You get into the room. So in the front of the room is always VIP and media. They're in the front of the room. Right, exactly. And we start filing in the back. But then at one point before the panel's going to start, they're going to say, okay, the pre-registered people and VIPs, that time has passed. Everybody else can move up. Then they start bringing in actual normal people that were waiting in line.
Yeah.
Coming in, not normal, people that were waiting in line patiently. They were able to come in and fill the room. So that's, don't be upset that you didn't get a panel during a registry. There's always a chance for you. There's always a chance.
Just be there early, right? Again, plan it out. Be there early, show up, and then you're gonna have a great time. Be nice, okay? Be nice, because there is a lot of free stuff during panels. So please show up. We went to see Bleach. It was coming out last year, and we got to see the first episode. We went to a One Piece panel. We got the trading cards for the first time before it released.
What about our first panel in 2019?
In that first panel,
went to Marvel. We got to.
We got to see we got to see Kingpin in person, and he just released. Adidas just released the shoes that Chris bought that day, or like a few days later.
My wife got it for me for my birthday.
Yeah.
So it was a cool day. I still have them. I wear them. I will wear them on one of those days. But they gave us a free comic book, and that comic book was actually added value.
Yes, they gave us a New York Comic Con exclusive of the Daredevil.
Yes.
But yeah, guys, so make sure if you're planning to go for any panels, plan it ahead. Get the app. The app is your best friend. It's going to show you everything that you need for
and
New York Comic Con.
It gives you a map. It gives you the map of the whole place.
Yes.
Of where you need to go. Now we got another question here. It says, how many floors do they have?
Yes, that's a great question. That's a great question. That's a great question. So it's not just not just toys, right? Not just toys and comic books, even though there is going to be a lot of that. Okay, there will be a lot of that, but there is different floors. If you're looking at Javits Center, there is 1, 2, I think 3 total floors. Because the basement is
there's 5 levels.
5 levels. Okay,
5 levels.
5 levels.
5 levels. So level 1.
I know the first floor, the bottom floor, which is kind of like considered the basement, that is Artist Alley. So Artist Alley, for those who may not know, it's where all the artists who design comic books or different artwork, that's where they'll be.
Also, people starting in comics,
right?
Like
and
just
people
starting. This is where you're gonna get to see their work, and they do sell. Their drawings.
Yes.
Also, they some guys commission.
Yes.
So if you want to do a commission of one of your favorite artists, this is the place to go.
Yeah, and if you want cool posters, this is where you get them, and any like keychains and stuff like that. Again, please be awesome and nice to them. These people. This is all they do. You know what I mean? So if you're
they're here to meet us.
Yeah, they're here to meet you and us.
Even though we're here to meet them, they're really here to meet us.
Yeah,
they're there to meet us, to get feedback on what
you
like about their stuff. And a lot of them, they do a lot of hard work.
They do a lot of hard work,
yes,
a lot of time just to
yes.
make a simple poster. Well, not simple, but very creative poster. So please give them your time. Just say hello, say hey, like love it, and if they'll work with you to get you something that you enjoy. Because I there was some posters that I kind of wanted last year, and I kind of wish now I got them. But I was also on the budget, and we'll talk about the budget later.
Yes.
But yeah, the first floor is Artist Alley. They did this last year. I'm not sure if they'll do it this year. They did the trading card room. Remember that?
Yes, that's in the gaming.
That's in the gaming. Thank you.
That's the gaming zone. So also on the bottom floor is the gaming zone. Also on the bottom floor is the main stage, where that's the original main stage of Comic-Con. So they kept that stage. It's also the queue hall. So this is where we line up for our second line to get in.
Right.
And it's also photo ops and autographs are done on the first level.
Right. So like people that you've already registered, like for Edward McGregor, they'll be there. Chris Evans, they will be there. So make sure, again, those things, right? Photo ops and autographs, those things aren't like first come first serve. Those are things that you've already paid for, and like you already have a time slotted for. So if you're saying, Luis, can I still get some? Unfortunately, Obi-Wan and Captain America are sold out. So those were like the big ones.
Those you're probably gonna have to wait in the overflow lines,
right?
And hopefully you get there early. Listen, if you're in the first 20% of that long line waiting to get in, there's a good chance that you're gonna get into the panel.
Yeah.
For the main guests. But yeah, this is gonna take away time
away from the whole thing.
From the whole show. So this is something that you have to plan accordingly.
Yeah. So please, like, I wouldn't put all your eggs in that one basket. We really want you to enjoy the full experience at New York Comic Con. Yes. Yeah. But if you can get a slot for any of your favorite characters, to do so. Just know that is an additional price, and that's based on whatever the artist or the celebrity decided to do with the Comic-Con, because that's how they get their fees. And then the second floor is the main floor. No, sorry.
Second floor is the food.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Food and cosplay. This is actually the second level, is where we actually walk into Comic-Con from outside.
You're right.
But it's also where the food is at. They'll have a couple other stands up, but this is also the main area for cosplay. This is where all the main cosplayers will be taking pictures. And you know what? If you want to take a picture with somebody that's doing cosplay, everybody's happy to take a picture with you.
Yes.
Please
ask too. Please ask. Ask them.
They will never. I still haven't said anybody saying no.
Yes, and then
of my experience.
when it comes to cosplay, guys, is they're gonna say yes, but please shout them out. Okay, there's a lot of people that do it because they love it, but also like they do it for their social media. They'll give you like a card. I know last year we've done a lot of that. We shout people out during our stories and stuff like that because they work really hard. So please take that picture.
And some of them are professional cosplayers.
Yes,
there's such a thing.
Yes,
there is such a thing as professional cosplayers. So shout them out.
Give them the love that they deserve because they love doing it for you. And yeah. So that's the second floor, right, Chris?
That's the second floor. Yes. The third floor is actually the main hall or exhibitor hall.
Right. So this is
like the main floor.
Yeah. This is the show floor, guys.
The show floor. This is where if you're Luis, you're gonna be booking first thing in the morning, leaving the old man behind because I am running through. This guy, man, he's dipping. It looks like he's a running back for one of the professional NFL teams, man.
Hey, look, man. Look, man. Do I get my toys?
Yes.
I get my toys. That's all I gotta say.
But even by the time I got there, I still got the toys.
Yeah, but I'm already in line. I'm like 5 people ahead of you, so I already got my toys. You know what I'm saying? But we also come really early though, because if we showed up at like 10, we're not getting those toys.
There's a possibility there won't be any left.
Exactly.
Yes.
We are at that first booth by like 10:02. But yes,
that's the idea. Get all the exclusives out of the way first, then it makes your day a little bit more relaxing of walking through everything. Also, be mindful of what you get. If you buy an exclusive that is like a huge box, man, you're gonna be carrying that all day.
Man, I'm so thankful I never done that in my life.
I almost did. I should have did it.
You should have done it, man. Oh my gosh.
I passed up on something that was
that was the biggest steal ever, bro.
Yes. For everybody who knows, I'm a big Star Wars guy, and if you don't know, there's a line from Hasbro called the Black Series figures, and a couple years ago they made a couple vehicles for 1/12 scale figures, and there was a TIE fighter that was from the new movies. So it was it was a new from the new movies TIE fighter, and it was reasonably priced. It wasn't a con price. So we walked past this thing 3 times in the morning, and I said, you know what, we went to lunch and we were talking about it during lunch, and it's like, you know what, let's go back. That's a good price. I'm gonna go get it for that price. Go back. There's the con markup right there. It went from being very reasonable to being astronomically overpriced.
It was like retail price, guys. Yeah. I'm talking about it was retail price. Mind you, this is not in retail anymore. So when it was given in retail, me and my sister were like, yo, Chris, you got to buy this. 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 Chris goes, no, I don't want to carry it. All right, fine, cool. We come back later. It's like 3 times the price. And we're like, Chris, we told you, bro.
Me carrying a big box.
Bro.
If it was like this big.
It would have been worth it because of the price, but that's another story.
So you will have regrets sometimes.
You will have some regrets, but that leads us to our next tip: budget your money for Comic-Con. Guys, these exclusives are not cheap, so please don't think you're going into Target and getting a $25 toy. They are not $25. Maybe a Funko Pop, but not everything will be $25.
These vendors have to. So these vendors are paying to advertise their business, advertise themselves.
Yes.
And this is actually one of the biggest cons in the United States.
Yes.
And it's expensive for a table. I don't remember how much it was, but we asked it's a lot.
It's a lot. We're not going to put that out there. That's not us to share.
No, but it's a lot.
But it is a lot for 4 days.
So they're trying to make their money back and then some. So
yes. So please support your local businesses. There are a lot of local businesses. Of course, there'll be big time businesses, right? Like Bandai, like Diamond Select. There'll be big time things, but there'll also be a lot of local businesses. So please support them. But just budget accordingly, right? So like if you know, like, hey, like pocket some money aside, right?
Well, like what I'm doing this year.
Yeah, share what you're doing. What's your tip?
I started putting money aside. So I'm there 4 days.
Yeah.
So I put away $100 for each day.
There you go.
So I have $400. $400. Now, I'm limiting myself buying something no more than $100 a day.
Right.
But the catch is, if I don't spend my money on the first day,
it carries.
That money rolls over to the next day.
Yep.
And so on. Yep. You know, this is the way to budget. This is the way you should do it. We've been budgeting. Well, I never went over budget since I went there.
I mean, all right, I only went over budget once. Okay, once, and I had to.
Candy store.
I had to. That sword needed to stay here. Okay, that sword needed to stay here.
But it's like, you know, stay in your budget.
Yeah, stay in your budget.
Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Yeah, and
it can be overwhelming at times.
Because what happens is you'll end up like someone like myself, and then you'll see something that's very exclusive, one-time thing, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna buy that, and then you realize that it's almost $150 over your budget that you didn't realize. Again, just plan it out. Give yourself give yourself some wiggle room, right? Chris has saved those $400, right? So he's done that in the course of a year. So he's saved that. That's not something that he just out of nowhere was like, okay, I'm gonna spend $400. This is a course of a year that he saved that. If you may not be there, and that's okay. You know, Comic-Con does have a lot of things, right? Shirts are $25 to $30. Funko Pops go range from anywhere from $15 to $150. Toys are a little bit different. They can range.
We're not saying you're not gonna get any deals there. You will.
Deals. Yeah.
Especially the mom and pop places. They will. You know, they want your business. So, you know, if you're with a group of friends and a couple of you have certain things that you want to buy at this one booth,
yeah,
get together and see if you could do a bundle deal with the exhibitor. They're more than happy to work with you. You know what I mean? A lot of these vendors are, you know, they're like us. They're collectors and nerds like us. So they are, you know, they are there to help.
Yes.
You know, they're also there to make money. You know, they're also there to make money. So, you know, save. Yeah, even food. Like, for example.
Oh my gosh, yes. Give us that one.
So, you're allowed to bring in a book bag. And also in that book bag, you can bring water, you can bring snacks, you can bring actually food with you into the Java Center. If you want to save money on buying food, because the food is not cheap. You can find some things at a reasonable price, but, you know, I'd rather you guys out there take your money and just take that money and put it towards buying a collectible or buying something that you want from the show. But this year, like, I'm going with every day I'm going to make a sandwich, have a couple things. Water, make sure you have water, because you're going to be walking a lot. You're going to be talking a lot, meeting people. And that's another good thing about cons. Everybody's so nice. Everybody, you know, you could talk to anybody. I haven't seen one argument, fight, or anything like that since I've been going to Comic-Con. Not one. And this is New York City. You know, it's a very peaceful atmosphere. Everybody is a nerd like you. You know. Yeah. And it's just you'll have a good time.
Yeah, and again, when it comes to preparation, make sure you have your food, right? Make sure you have your water. But also, guys, make sure you wear comfortable shoes. This is not the weekend to try on those new Jordans, okay? Or new whatever shoes you want to wear. This is not the time. This is not the place. You will be walking over 20,000 steps, and you will be standing for a long period of time. You will be like, again, if you're not a walker, if you're not a stander, please put time in your schedule to sit down, pace yourself. Also, if you have panels, those are great ways to give your legs some rest. I think me and Chris, we didn't plan a panel on Thursday, and our feet were hurting. Oh my gosh.
Thursdays were like, so our first Comic-Con, it was just, we're walking madness. We're walking everywhere, walking here, walking there. We did maybe 1 or 2 panels that first time. The second time around, we planned panels, and actually they helped in between to help you rest. You know, this is something that I recommend. Even if go outside and sit with the cosplayers, man.
Yes.
Sit out with cosplayers. You can have a lot of fun out there. There's a lot of fun things that happen out there, you know. Or if you just find a chair somewhere, like me and Luis a couple times found a chair somewhere, and then we actually met new people.
Yeah, and we even stopped at the 501st. The 501st, remember that?
Yes, I'm stopping there again. That's on my list.
So definitely, guys, when it comes to preparation, have your food. If you want to buy, they do have like food trucks. You're more than welcome to. But if you want to save some money, that's also, you could bring food. You could bring a sub. You can, you know, chips, snacks, water. They're not going to kick you out for that. They will check your bags in the beginning. So please be mindful of that. But also, like, again, you know, what's it called? Yeah, and then make sure you wear comfortable shoes as you're walking. But yeah, so this year's Comic-Con, or the past few years at Comic-Con, have been very anime focused. So like 2019, that was probably more DC Marvel focused. And then
DC's not here at all this year.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't see DC at all. I'd seen Marvel. Marvel still has that main area.
Good.
But I didn't see DC. I could be wrong, but I did not see DC on the list.
But we share this tip because we also want to lay down some expectations that you may be having. Because I know when it comes to Comic-Con, people tend to think it's the same as San Diego Comic-Con. They're 2 different Comic-Cons, guys. So please don't compare the two. May your expectations be kind of a little bit real here. You will see more anime stuff, especially Dragon Ball Z. Last year, they had this big blow up Luffy, this One Piece anime. So there is going to be way more anime stuff. I'm not trying to scare you away. There'll still be some Marvel stuff. People will still sell Marvel, DC stuff, but there'll be a little bit more anime stuff.
Yeah, I think Bandai, might have reeled it back a little bit, because Bandai actually has a flag store now in the city. So I don't know if they're gonna have. I'm not saying they will or they won't. This is just my speculation of what I'm thinking about. I think they are gonna have not as much presence like they've had in the past. Like for me, I'm not so much an anime guy.
Yeah. But
seeing the stuff is actually pretty cool. A lot of stuff that I originally saw my first year being there was like Sideshow was there, but now they're not there anymore. So you're not, you know, you're not gonna see that stuff. You're only limited.
Yes.
And what's up, Seth? How you doing, buddy?
Yo, Seth. What's up, man? Yo,
I'll be there. Unfortunately, my buddy here won't be here.
I know, Seth.
He has plans, but I'm coming to check you out at Bits and Buttons, man.
Seth,
Can't wait, bro.
I'll miss you, Seth. Unfortunately, I have a wedding that weekend. Just got to be there. But Chris would definitely stop by Bits and Buttons. Yes, you guys are cool.
I'll be there.
So guys, if you're watching,
guys,
please go and support Bits and Buttons and Seth.
Yes, Seth.
Bandai has like 4 booths. Yeah, Bandai, yes. They're always going. Yeah,
they go big.
They go big.
They show a lot.
But that's kind of like a tip, is making sure like you know what there is. Again, the app does show a lot of the exhibitors, so you can plan out which booth you're planning to see. Typically, Bandai is probably the first thing you'll notice because they always have that dragon.
Yeah. I noticed the floor plan. Funko moved again. Funko is over into the corner now.
Did you see Seth skip the wedding?
Seth, I tried, man. I tried to get I tried to tell this guy.
Oh man, look, I told my buddy, right, because he made me one of his groomsmen. I was like, bro, like here, I was like, you're making me miss Comic-Con. So next year you got to buy my ticket.
By your friend. That's
I told him to buy my tickets for next year because I was like, dude, this is messed up, man. But Seth, bro, we appreciate your support, man.
Yes.
We love you guys. Hopefully we get you on here and you share us some of your tips and tricks on New York Comic Con. This guy's a legend.
Yes. I can't wait, man. I can't wait to see everybody there. I can't wait to go back. This is a year in the making for me because I get to go back. Unfortunately, you're not gonna be with Luis, but hey,
I know.
I'll be sending you text messages and shorts and stuff like that, videos, just to keep you in the loop, man.
You'll be buying my anime figures because I gotta get some. As always.
Oh, you gotta let me know, bro. You gotta
That's true.
Know.
That's true.
You
That's true.
Know.
So, Chris, what are some other tips that you have for these people?
Have fun.
That's fun. That's a good one.
Hang loose. You get to meet new people. Just have fun. Just relax. There's no fire.
Yeah, for sure.
This is a fun time, and that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Fun, relaxing, not stressful. There's no stress here, unless you're a vendor trying to make money. Then it could be stressful. I get that, but just have fun, and it's a good hang with friends, man.
Oh yeah.
Go with a group of people. It's always good to hang with people that that you like. I'm gonna be hanging out with a couple people that I only get to see at the show, which is something that I look forward to.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to reunite with Liam. That's my guy.
Yes.
But yeah, guys, like what Chris said, definitely have fun. This is a time that you get to be yourself. This is a time that you get to, with everybody else, share in that experience of what you enjoy, right? If you love Marvel, enjoy that. Please don't pick a fight with DC. That makes no sense. We're all here to enjoy. There's so much to see, right?
Like Seth says, take it all in. There's a lot to see. Enjoy it.
Enjoy the environment. Everybody's so nice. Everybody's nice. And also, like Chris said, when having fun, you can make memories. You can actually network. There is different panels where you get to network with other people and the things that you love. If you like My Hero Academia, there'll be a networking to meet people that love what you love. If you love Star Wars, we love Star Wars here. You can go to a panel. I think they have a panel, don't they? Or no, it's a 501st.
No, 501st has the cosplay downstairs, but there is a panel for one of the recent books that came out, which I'm going to plan to go see. I think on Thursday.
Yeah, for sure.
I think on Thursday. I don't remember the name of it, but it's Tales of something. It's the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. So
come on.
So it's it's a party.
Oh, it's a party. It would be a party. But yeah, so make sure, guys, you have fun. So let's recap real quick what the tips that we have so far. When coming to Comic-Con, make sure you are prepared. Make sure you download that app, that New York Comic-Con app. It's gonna
make sure you have these.
Oh my gosh!
Make sure you have these.
Yo, make sure you have your badges, or you'll end up like your boy here, and you're coming back to Jersey because you forgot your badges, and you're gonna run to New York City. Don't do that. Seth, see you, bro. We'll talk to you soon.
Yes.
Thank you for tuning in, man.
Thanks.
Well, we appreciate your love.
Thank you, bud.
But yeah, so make sure you got your badges.
That's number one.
That's number one. Make sure you got your badges. Also if you're preparing, right, and you want to save some money, make sure you also prepare your food beforehand. Maybe if you're doing a sub, you could do that the night before. It won't go bad, right? You can put that in the fridge. Make sure you pack your food. Make sure you have your water. Make sure you have comfy shoes, right?
Yes.
You don't want to.
Make sure you have walking shoes.
Walking shoes. Oh, and this is something that we've learned from last year. Make sure you have that portable chair. Oh my gosh, have that portable chair.
Reminded me, I got to order
a
pop-up chair because there's a lot of standing and waiting, and you need a seat sometimes, and sometimes it's very hard to find a seat. And yes, you can sit on the floor, but it's not like sitting in a chair.
Oh, trust me. I think Chris found one for like $20 on Amazon.
Yes. Well, we were asking the people last year, like, we're waiting in line, and we see all these people with these pop-up chairs.
Yeah, definitely have a pop-up chair because it's gonna be your best friend.
Yes.
It's gonna be your best friend. So we've talked about making sure you have your reservations, right? Making sure you screenshot any emails, because sometimes Wi-Fi and signal can be spotty in the buildings. Make sure that you go to every floor, right? Artist floor, gaming floor, the show floor, and I think the fourth floor, which we haven't talked about yet, Chris. Yes. What is the fourth floor?
Fourth floor is the cosplaying floor. That's where there's a lot of cosplaying. People talking how they cosplay, how they make their costumes. There's also some photo op areas for cosplaying in there. Up there, I believe that's where you get ready with your cosplay.
I think they have a space there now.
Space in the back. We walked up last time because we haven't been up there in a while. So last Comic-Con we walked up to see what's there. Also, there's a nice overlook of the whole show floor.
Right. So if you want to take a picture and get a selfie, bang, that's the spot, the fourth floor. Yeah. Also, to what Chris said, the fourth floor is, I think you mentioned it a little briefly, but they also will tell you how to make your own cosplay suit. So like, if you're someone that's like, I've never cosplayed in my life, I don't know what that looks like, I don't know what that really means, please, that's the time, and then the community is very nice. They're more open to answering any of the questions that you may have, whether it's like what kind of fabrics are you using, is there templates to use, how do you make your first like sword, you know what I mean? So it's
a lot of sharing. Being a cosplayer is sharing your experiences with other people, which is awesome. You get to see that, and hopefully we get to do that in a couple years, being Mandos for our channel. That'd be cool.
That'd be lit.
Us going in one day as Mandalorians, but as our Skyguy Mandalorians. That'd be sick. Yeah, that'd be sick. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned for that. And don't fall. This is my last tip before we close it. This is my last tip. Do not fall for those mystery boxes. do not fall for those. They look cool, and they may the box looks great, but please.
But if you want to have a game with your friends, you could do mystery box roulette. You know what I mean?
That's true.
See who gets the better box.
Oh, you know what? Chris got a good point. I just personally wouldn't go for a mystery box. But if you got some friends and you want to make a good story and you want to laugh about it, that's definitely something you guys should do.
And the last, we have one more level. Level 5 is level 5. Actually, level 5 and level 4 are split. Level 5 and level 4 also is the secondary building where they have all the panels.
Yes. Yeah.
And that's where you'll find the Empire stage. Separate building. You actually have, like I said before, plan your time accordingly. If you're going to be going to a panel, try to stay near the area of where the panel is going to be, because you don't want to walk from one end of the con to the other, because it's going to take a while to walk through everybody, especially later in the days. Later in the evening, about, I would say 3-ish, the con gets packed.
Yeah, for sure.
Mornings are not so bad, but around 3 o'clock is when you start seeing a lot more people, because don't forget, the con goes to like 7 at night.
Yes, the show floor. That's a great question. So times, guys, it opens at 10. Show floor closes at 7. I think the artist floor closes at 8, and then the panel depends on whatever the last panel is for that day. The artist floor always goes an hour later than the show floor, and that's because they want to give the artist as much time as they deserve.
And I just realized this year the gaming area is open till 10.
Oh yes, and the gaming area is until 10. So definitely tune in for those, because they have a lot of retro games. So if you're trying to catch the hands by Chris, go, because Chris is crazy at Street Fighter, and he will let you know that. I
just smashed the buttons, bro.
He will let you know
I
that.
Smashed the buttons, man.
He will tell you that. But all right, guys, here. Let's run it down and then we'll sign off. All right, guys. So the first tip is make sure you download the NY Comic-Con app, right? Make sure NYCC app. The second tip is making sure you plan out your reservations, right? Make sure you have your emails printed, or not printed, but screenshot at least. Make sure you have it to the right badge number.
Yes.
You want to make sure you have all that. Tip number 3 kind of goes back to number 1, is make sure you have your badge for the day, okay?
Yes.
You don't want to be...
like, if you get each day, you get a badge for each day, but if you're going all 4 days, you'll have an all 4-day pass.
Yes, so make sure you have your badges. Make sure they're activated, right? Because you got to activate it with the email that you provided to buy them. And then...
before you finish that,
yeah.
Lanyards will be provided there for your badges, or
right.
if you want, you could purchase some in advance.
Yes,
it's totally up to you.
Right. So make sure you have your badges, make sure they're activated, make sure you have any emails for your reservations. Also, in preparation, make sure if you want to save some money, bring back your food, right? Your waters. You make sure you have your shoes, and make sure you have your portable seat that you got from Amazon. You know, that's $20. Make sure you get that. Also, make sure that you budget, right? We talked about budgeting, guys. Chris's budget is $400. That doesn't have to be yours.
It doesn't have to be yours. You can do whatever you want.
Whatever is comfortable for you, right? Just make sure you budget, because you know there'll be things that you want to buy, but you also don't want to go broke.
Budgeting is good to keep your significant other happy.
Yes, and also to make yourself happy. Okay, so make sure.
Or so your significant other. You don't want to.
You don't want to sleep on the couch.
You don't want to be in the doghouse.
You don't want to sleep on the couch. So make sure you budget. And then also, lastly, is make sure you give yourselves enough time. Mm-hmm. Right? Enjoy, have fun. Please don't rush. If you plan out how you'll go to your panels, you won't be running, you won't be bumping into people. You'll be able to enjoy that time and that space. But I hope, guys, that this was helpful. Yeah. I hope that this helped provided some expectations when it comes to New York Comic Con. These are things that we've just learned over the course of the years, things that we've talked with each other, saying like, hey, maybe we should plan out 30 minutes early to go to reservations. Hey, maybe we need a portable chair. So
yeah, this is stuff where every time we go, every year, you learn something new. And, you know, this is just helpful for you guys. And then whoever's going to Comic-Con and would like to meet up with me, our social media will be down in the description below. Hit us up. I'm more than happy to meet you. I like meeting new people. This is something that's awesome for me, is meeting new people. For getting to meet, like, example, Seth here, great guy. He doesn't live in our area. He lives somewhere else. And it's, you know, great guy, great YouTuber. Needed guys, check him out. Seth Beyer, go check him out. But like I said, it's just it's all about the experience.
It's all about the experience, guys.
You're definitely gonna make new friends. Yeah, I guarantee it. You will definitely make new friends.
But guys, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you. This is your boy Luis. I'm out.
This is Chris. Peace. And Luis, I'm gonna miss you, brother. I was hoping you're gonna be there this year, but man. Next year. No weddings.
Next year, no weddings. I'll make sure not to go.
I need to talk to your friend, man.
Talk to him. All right, guys. Peace.
All right, guys. Peace.